And we should be going live any moment now. Alrighty then. Let me just get all this all set up. Pop out the chat again, because that's what we do around here. Okay then. Hello, everybody, people of the internet, all 0 of you currently. I should fix this. I know how to promote a stream. A doop-de-doo, do-doop-de-doop-de-doo. A doop-a-dee-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop. All right, there we go. Here we go. All right. Hello. Hello, Reading. Hello, Reading. 3640 Studios. I'm just going to call you Reading. I'm just going to call you that. Bruh. Yeah, bruh. Now, let me go and do more promoting of the stream. I did Twitter promotion. Now, existence. Yes, existence is a thing. We'll start doing stuff soon here. I'm going to do some more promoting of the stream. You know what? Screw it. No one's gonna come from Discord anyhow. Or maybe I will promote the stream on Discord, because Discord just decided to pop up. So let me see. Let me see. A doop-de-doop-de-doo. This seems like the right place to do this. Not that. Monday and oh, okay. It showed up. All right, I see. Monday and Wednesdays are good days to stream because they are pretty quiet for the rest of us. It's quiet for some people, busy for others. For me, they're busy. which is why I do the stream. It's a nice way to round out the day. So just gotta finish self-promoting. There we go. There we go. Got all the shit. Got the link to the stream posted in a lot of places. So that is good. Now, what shall we do today? I mean, I know it says Trainz on the tin, but doesn't have to be. Sure, let's go with Trainz. We'll stick with what we've been doing. For the most part, at least. I'm pulling up Trainz now. Honestly, we might do a little bit of lore discussion later. We'll definitely do some operating. But no, I don't play Roblox. I do not do that. That is not the game for me. I don't really care for that game. I figured it was intentional. All right, I gotta come back here so I can share my screen. Doop-de-doo, doop-de-doo, doop-de, doop-de-doo. All right. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so what we'll do, what we're going to do today is we are going to run this one op, and it shouldn't take long. It's a real short one. So we're going to run this real short op, and then we're going to do some lore discussion instead today. So yeah, this op, it's a 16-minute one, and so we'll just do this. It's on the Chiyoda branch line in Japan. Whether it's a freelance thing or based on a real route, a real branch line, I do not know, but we're just going to do this little short run, so we can call this a Trainz stream. And then I'm going to switch over to my Google Sheets, my Google Sheets, and we'll do some lore talk, lore and timeline. And that will probably take up the majority of the stream. So yeah. How's everyone been doing? How's everyone been doing tonight? I have been well. I just finished a statistics exam. Oh, here we are. Good morning. Drive the train to Kita-Ace station and then finish at A's Depot. Or depot. I always say depot. It's not depot, it's depot. I'm horrible. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna wait here. We got falling through the earth. Oh, we got permission to go. So that is what we are going to do. Oh, cool. Yeah, things have been going well for me. Not yesterday, but the day before. I was at an operating session. I was at an operating session at a railway club called the Keystone Midland. So that was fun. It was the first time they did an op on a Saturday. So that was cool. And we are getting a lot more lag than I would like. Maybe it's good we're not going to spend too much time on Trainz today. Because I have this fear that Trainz wants to shut down on me today. But yeah, I went to an op session, and it was good. It was the first time they did it on a Saturday, and it was in the morning, ish. I ran a few trains, got to run a really fun local run, which was cool because, you know, with starting out, it's easier to do through freights and express trains. But just about all my trains last Saturday, like, they had at least a stop somewhere. The goods trains I ran, you know, with the exception of the local, like, they all stopped in the big yard to trade out cars. The passenger train had to trade out coaches at the big station before heading back into staging. It had to get, like, its diner car switched out and stuff like that. And then the local train, well, you know, it was a local, so it was all switching. So yeah, it was fun. Green signal and then drive to AA's station. I'm probably butchering up the pronunciation of these names, something horrible. But yeah. Thoughts on Jimmy the Ginty? I don't know much about Jimmy the Ginty, but I like OCs. I like OCs. So I'd probably be fine with it. Actually, the one series I need to check out is Something of Nowhere, Railway of Nowhere. So I think that's the name of it. I know Alfred's in it. But I know I have to check that series out. But we'll see how that goes. I have a few American Diesels for HO scale. Cool. I want to. I love HO scale, but I also love Wooden Railway. So I'm in a very conflicted existence here, because I also really love Tomy Trackmaster stuff. I like all the things. That's my problem, is I like all the things, but it's really not a good idea to get all the things. It's bad enough of an idea to try and get all of one of the things. Yeah, I figured Jimmy the Gentee was a series of some sort. My phone just went off. All right, high score. But what I was referring to is by I like OCs is more just the idea that, it's from my knowledge of it, it is a OC. Jimmy the Gentee is an OC who would be in the series Jimmy the Gentee. So I just kind of meant along the lines of, I like people creating, I like seeing people's OCs, so I'd probably like it. But beyond that, that's our Trainzing for the day. We're done now. Well, not done. We're not done entirely there. I'm gonna minimize the YouTube chat for now because I prefer to use the StreamYard chat box. Let's see. Should I can either share my tabs or I can just talk about it. We'll do we'll do this one. I'm not going to share audio because I don't. Okay. Alrighty then. Here, let's do this and this, and that's not the tab I want. This is the tab I want. Jimmy the Gentee was made by Heritage Railway after Thomas. Cool. Long Streams 101, also Railway of Nowhere is awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that. I haven't yet. That's all. I just haven't yet. Yeah, let me just get everything oriented here properly so I can look at the chat and my documents at the same time. So, it's been so long since I last shared my locomotive detail sheet that it has basically been completely redone. That means there. There. We'll do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. But yeah, the sheets have basically been completely erased. It doesn't mean the information is completely kaput now. It just means I needed to like completely reorganize everything, which just meant deleting and starting over. That's how reorganization works for me. So yeah, we got this going on. Let's see. When did Scarloey get his cab added? What year was that? Yeah, he's had a few rebuilds. It was 66 where he got his cab and rear wheels added, wasn't it? Cab and trailing wheels added in 1966. There we go. So yeah, people, give me a piece of lore that you'd like to talk about. Give us a jumping on a leap board. Because right now this is what the loco details and the loco timeline portion looks like. But we're going to change that. We're going to change that right here, right now. Tom Tepper's bicycle. No. When I say lore, I'm talking in Eyes of the Railway. And yes, I know Tom Tipper's bicycle is probably a joke. I'm just saying that I'm just taking this chance to clarify that I want to talk about railway related lore. Doop-de-doo. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of redoing a lot of things here. Of course, none of this is accurate. None of this information is accurate. gauge is the Northwestern again? What's standard gauge? 4.8.5. Henry Mark 1, Henry Mark 2. That is interesting. So my thing with the Henrys, so I'm not doing the whole they're separate individuals, but on a technical level, Henry 2 is a new engine. So, just a minute, people. Sorry, I have a little brother to deal with. Unfortunately. So, where was I? Shouldn't this reformat? Anyway. Not doing what I want it to do. Decimals work. So yes, on a technical level, Henry 2 is a unique locomotive. But it's going into this whole, the engines being alive is kind of a metaphor. So therefore, you can build a completely new engine from scratch. And so long as it carries the identity of that previous engine, it is still that engine. Which, makes things interesting for like literal day out with Thomas locomotives that like they're built just to be Thomas. That gets weird. I guess I didn't really think about that part, but still, is the ice cream factory canon? Is it canon? Well, I don't know. I mean, it's there, so yes. But is it canon to me? Well, also yes. Just, in a lot more of a realistic scenario. But yeah, with Henry, like, he's going to have his accident. He's going to get rebuilt. And although from a mechanical perspective, he's a whole new engine, like in the technical sheets, Henry 1 is listed as withdrawn, and Henry 2 is, listed as being a new engine. He gets a new number and everything. However, Henry 2 still carries the identity of Henry, and therefore they are the same Henry. As far as the ice cream factory, I mean, ice cream's made somewhere. So I don't think it's a stretch to say, I don't think it's a stretch to say that there's a factory somewhere that produces ice cream on Sodor. Now, I want to handle it in a much more realistic manner. I want to like for one, I don't want like all these random factories to just be located in the middle of nowhere off the side of a track. Like I want it to be located like in a yard where it's serviced by a shunter, like these factories typically are. So there is a Tatmar cover poster shown in season 5. Does that mean the TV series has a TV series in itself? I mean, the Railway series had the Railway series in itself. So I imagine, and likewise, the Railway series has the TV series inside it. So I imagine the TV series has the Railway series and the TV series within it. But I mean, yeah, in a weird way, the Blubba and the reboot are canon to the Railway series. It's just that in the Railway series, Big World, Big Adventures and the reboot exist as a TV show in that universe. Like Thomas can watch the reboot. Railway series Thomas can watch the reboot. It doesn't mean that those stories are canon. It just means that, you know, the show exists in the Railway series. Is the railway facility for the balloon factory canon? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. You know, there are definitely plenty of yards in the island to give each one their own different factories and warehouses to shunt cars alongside. I'm mostly working from the perspective of Wooden Railway, so you know it's which of these factories got some attention in Wooden Railway. You know, there was the ice cream factory, the chocolate factory, and a lot of those, which, you know, and also, like, they could both be the same facility. You know, you could have Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory and the ice cream factory. You could say that these are both part of the same facility, just two different buildings. So you could kind of have this complex of, you know, Mr. Jolly related buildings where engines have to shunt cars into the proper platforms for. Kind of not too dissimilar to what Keycray did in his latest layout. I haven't caught up on his episodes recently, but I saw the layout where he kind of had all the sweet and all of the dessert, like junk food factory places kind of all in the same area. You know, one could do something similar, except in a more like having spurs instead of just a whole bunch of through tracks. Just like, all right, here's a bunch of sidings next to these buildings to load up cars. But anyway. No, that's not the right blue. There, that's the right blue. And WR. 101. $102. But yeah. Why is the muddy field listed as a business on the Thomas Wiki? Wait, what? muddy. Businesses? What? What? Why? That's... I can't even find it here, but it said it was listed as a... Oh, no, it's the. So I bet it's on the next page. The muddy field. What? Why the hell? That's just the wiki being the wiki. I can't. I just can't. Oh, Edward's breast bad. Okay, series 7. So, gosh, that was even like that was the last good season. Well, you know, of course people don't pay attention to the roads of Sodor. Why would you when, you know, the lead, you know, the most powerful guy on the island runs a railway? I've just started like 20 conspiracy theories. It's like, oh no, Sir Topham Hatt's sabotaging the roads. Okay. Do I want to... Okay. Now, the wiki here says that this is going to be today's project. Arrived. Okay. And you know what? We're gonna rework this. So the Northwestern Railway in my series was only formed. I love how on my end, one of the latest discussions got my first ban on a wiki. The hell. Anyway, so in my universe, the Northwestern Railway is only formed in 1923. In 1914, the main line from Barrow-in-Furness to Harwich is commissioned by the Ministry of Defense or whatever, however that happened. Whatever process went through to make the 3 railways become the Northwestern in the railway series, that happened, except the railways didn't become the Northwestern. They just had to work together to build a rail line. And then they all started kind of sharing it. And for a while, that, you know, had disastrous results. And then the grouping came along, and they're all like, well, all these other railways are merging. How about we merge as well? Or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to handle the merging of the railways. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the grouping and how it relates to Sodor, but I know the Northwestern is not going to be formed until 1923. At least they're not going to call it the Northwestern Railway. So I have this section, which is like the Northwestern Railway, but a lot of these engines were brought in during, the Sodor Railway's joint line, and it was they exclusively worked the joint line from Arlesborough to Barrow and Furness, since they never actually reached Harwick. So, yeah. That's not how his name goes. Edward. All right. So Edward is a Furness Railway. Okay, well, is he a 21 or is he a K2? Okay, so he's a 21 class. The Furness Railway would have classified him as a... So Thomas and Edward would be owned by the joint line. They wouldn't be owned by any one company. All three companies shared. They owned an equal share. And then their own engines would run their lines. So the coffee pots would run from Tidmouth to Elsbridge. The Wellsworth and Sudbury tanks would run from Crosby to Brendam, and the box tanks would still run from Kirkronan to Ballyhoo. But Thomas and Edward would be split all three ways, and they would work for the joint line company, which worked the main line from Arlesborough to Barrow and Furness. It was supposed to be they were supposed to run from Barrow and Furness to Harwick, but they never reached Harwick. They stopped at Arlesborough in 1918. So Thomas and Edward, along with a few other engines, would be dedicated to working that line. And all three railways would pitch in. However, with the grouping, things happen, and then they all end up becoming the Northwestern. And the reason I did this is simply because Northwestern Railway isn't... That's a grouping name. That's a name that a railway gets at the grouping. That's not very that's not very much a name from the time period where the Northwestern was supposedly formed. I see. What's the explanation for them not becoming the LMS? That's what I still have to work around, is I need to find out a feasible reason for why the Northwestern doesn't become part of the LMS. So far, the working reason is that Sudrians have been prone to riot whenever, you know, some other power would come in and try and tell them what to do and how to do it. So it could be that that was starting to happen, and to prevent too much unrest, you know, a deal was struck that, you know, Sodor did not have to that Sodor would not have to follow the merging. The other option is to make Sodor like the Isle of Man and make it that they are their own, that they have their own government. But then I don't think they'd have an earl. I'm okay with them not having any ministers of parliament. Because, like, it's not important that Sir Handel Brown is an MP. However, I think it is important that Sir Robert Normanby is the Earl. Like, even, and if, you know, like, the Sudrians call him their Duke, but they wouldn't call him that if they weren't part of the British Crown. They'd have something else to call him, something that would be more fitting of, you know, being their own government, unless they would still have an earl or a duke. There's actually technically one last K2, or at least the Dutch version of that. Interesting. Yeah, so I guess gonna finish filling out this here. FR Sharp Stewart 21 class. Sharp. Class 4-4-0. Still very cursed to think that the early had 8 wheel. Wait. What? All right, I gotta go look at this in a minute. Do Eddie and Johnson have numbers? So originally they were going to be 98462 and 87546. Now, their numbers are somewhere in the 600s or 700s. I don't remember it exactly because I kind of know which classes I'm basing them off of, but I don't remember what the power classification for those locomotives were. Well then, that is cursed. That is very cursed. And I just don't know what to think about that. That's not cursed. I just don't know what to think about it. The face is cursed. The body itself is fine. The face is cursed. That he's blurst. That's what he is. This one is blurst. But this guy, this is just cursed. Yet it also somehow looks less weird. But it definitely doesn't look like a British shunting diesel. If someone told me this was like an American locomotive, I'd believe it. But this will always be my salty. This lovely boy. Anyway. So, what did this guy say? The word for blue was? Yeah, I've been referencing Sudrian histories a lot lately. Ah, here we are. Okay, blue is however the hell you pronounce that. Okay, Gleih. Maybe we'll just, yeah, well. I want to add a bit of Sudrian culture in there. So yeah, we'll just like that's the English name for it. I mean, it just translates to blue, but that would be like the English name for the livery. A Sudrian would probably just call it Sodor Blue, maybe. I don't know. It's a proper noun, not an actual like I'm going to say blue in the Sudrian language. So, in my mind, now this Gleih, it is Sudrian for blue, but some people told me they think the blue equals passenger engine, green equals good engine, red equals Mr. Yeah, I don't think that's true because then, well, I get, because here's the thing. Henry isn't a goods engine. I think if anything, he's more of a passenger engine than a goods engine. So, Thomas, Edward, and Gordon, that works. Even that it doesn't, because when Thomas was painted blue, it... Oh yeah, and then Donald and Douglas are blue. I completely forget about that. Yeah, they're the ones that flub it up, because they're goods engines. They're utility. Now, if they pulled a Duck and Oliver and they were painted Candonian, if they were painted the blue that they were originally painted from their old railway, the one that starts with the C, if they were painted that blue, then it would work. Because, you know, Duck and Oliver, some might think like they throw off the whole green theory, being that they are, you know, green, but they take passengers. But they're Caledonian. Yeah. So if Donald and Douglas were Caledonian blue, then it would work. The same way that it's okay for Duck and Oliver to be Great Western Green, because then it's not a livery that's based on what that engine does. It's a livery based on heritage. I don't think the diesel engines screwed up, because I think just all diesels are green. I think that's it. I think Northwestern just paints all of their diesels green. You know, when looking at the railway series, we can't really trust the TV series in this instance. Yeah, but Toby's also a tram engine. He's weird. And he does take passengers. He takes the quarry train, the quarrymen. So I think Toby exists in a strange little area for me. So because yeah, Toby's definitely weird. But I mean the process doesn't work anyhow, so it's not like, you know, blue is already broken. And, you know, Edward and Henry do a lot of mixed traffic. So if red is for mixed traffic, Edward and Henry should be red. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do colors based off of engines' actual jobs. All right. Passenger engines. Passenger engines have to be blue. So Thomas would still be blue. That would still be the case. Gordon would still be blue. Thomas, Gordon, Duck, and Oliver. They would all be blue. Edward, Henry, James, and Toby would all be red. And Percy, Donald, and Douglas would be green. That's what the liveries would be like if they actually meant anything. And I do want to make the liveries mean something, but not at the sacrifice of who's already painted in those liveries. So, yeah. I'm all right. But that's right. So actually, this is an interesting thing. Do logo details. All All right, he did his as a passenger. So let me see. All right, so maybe they're painted in Topham's least favorite colors to show what he thinks of them. So do you think red is Sir Topham Hatt's least favorite color? Is that what we're going with? Now, this also makes me wonder. Since Sir Topham Hatt likes Great Western, does this mean that he likes Henry and Percy over Edward, Donald, and Douglas? And Thomas and Gordon and Toby. But Thomas and Gordon are kind of assholes, so, that's kind of a given. And, like Mattel, I just forgot about Toby. And then Toby's also brown, so, but his trams are not his trams. His side plates are blue. So plot twist, brown is Sir Topham Hatt's favorite color. Toby is his favorite. Then green is his second favorite. And so, you have Duck, Oliver, Henry and Percy. Then you have Edward, Donald, Douglas, Gordon, Thomas. Or maybe it would be Edward, Donald, Douglas, Thomas, Gordon, and then James. But yeah, I don't think that's the case. It puts Edward too low on the list. Maybe I should just have a rebuild section added in. Yeah. There we go. For those rebuilds that still have the same number. No, that's not what I want. me just a moment here, guys, to get this all sorted out. There we go. Why has only one person done a story about Gordon's rebuild? I don't know. Someone's done a story about Gordon's rebuild? Hold up, my peeps. I got to go and get something to munch on and maybe some more drink. Maybe I should take my growing collection of soda cans down with me. It started growing again. Spark shot. Okay. All right. Well, Wooden Railway, Edward. Keep yourself entertained for a bit. I mean, when I say a bit, I mean a minute or two. I'm just going to go throw away all my soda cans and get myself some goodies and some more drink. God. And my grandmother says that my brother's the bad one. I mean, look at all this. This is insane. This should never have been allowed to happen. All right, we back. Got my stack of Oreos. Got my root beer. Unfortunately, I don't have milk because my grandmother insists on getting milk that tastes like crap. I'm picky about my milk. If I'm going to drink the milk out of another animal, it's got to be good milk. Because humans have no business drinking cow milk. So, if I'm going to drink it, it's got to be the good stuff. Hi. It's a new guy. It's someone I've never seen in the chat of one of my live streams before. Hello, Lightbulb Productions. All right. So, my conundrum for today, or not my conundrum, but problem that I have to solve is Edward's old number. So, here we go. So the way $55, no, the oh, where are they? 21 class was numbered 21 through 22 and 34 through 37. So here's the thing. I'm not giving him one of the existing numbers because then that interferes with real world history. Because then one of those engines who has history no longer yeah, good point. Lightbulb Productions. This is wrong. So let's see. Maybe there were multiple class 21s, or it's a typo. Here they are. Okay, but they were still 21 through 22, 34 through 37, and then also 124 and 125. So this is where it gets complicated, as Edward, I can't just give Edward a consecutive number, because I have to make sure it doesn't interfere with another engine's number. Like the class 21s obviously replaced the class 21s in the numbering system. So yeah, this is where a lot of no, it's not a typo. It's not a typo. There were 2 class 21s. And then 21, 22, and 34 through 37 of the original class 21 was replaced with Edward's class. Well, yes and no. So in my universe, Edward is not number 2. He is 102. But I'm renumbering just about every Northwestern locomotive, so that's no surprise. Okay. According to sure, not something. Well, he has a lot more possible pre-Sodor numbers because I'm not going to make him one of the pre-existing K2s, because the problem with that is that all those K2s survive, like none of them were scrapped by the time Edward went to Sodor. So that means I'm erasing that whichever E2 I make Edward, I'm erasing that E2, not E2, K2, sorry. I'm erasing that K2's history from real world. Yeah, it messes with Henry. Or Henry, what's wrong with my brain today? It messes with history. So I am trying to find out, like, if there was a hypothetical 9th K2, where would it fit without changing anyone's numbers? So yeah, that's the big challenge. Let's see. It's 10 o'clock now. So no, I say 9th because there were 8 engines total. So I'm just saying 9th as in 9th in total, not 9th chronologically. $134. What about $134? My only problem is that 133, the number first gets used in 1914. So that would have Edward being built right before he comes to Sodor. So I'm not sure that works. What I want to do is have him built earlier in the 1800s. Okay, I might have to go soon. Ah, well, it was nice having you, Johan Wooden Railway Edward. So let's see. All right. Well, so who was number 20? One of these guys was number 20. And when were they withdrawn? When number 20 was preserved? Ah, you had to mess with me, didn't you? Oh, but that doesn't mean he wasn't. Hey, you scared of Ned? That big guy? No. Yeah, I don't think this is the best thing to be figuring out on a stream. So I'm going to start lining up my other things. 14. It had to be MD or PD. I'm not sure. We're gonna wait to figure that out. Do James. The only reason I'm not putting on music is because last time I put music on the stream, it got taken down. So yeah, I'm not doing music. Now let's Bob Brush. All right. Sure, let's hear it. let me make sure I'm getting this right. BC. Not AD. BC. All right. Dang. This ghost story is going. I'm not doing the mid-Sodor. I haven't gotten there yet. Wait, the pasta and noodle. Wait. Yeah, Wooden Railway, Edward. I am of the same opinion. So naturally, what you smoking, dude? What are you on? Oh, yes, because as we all know, Amazon existed before the birth of even Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Whatever you're smoking, dude, I want some of that shit. For the cost of 3 raisins and 2 beans. Come to the Boston Noodle. 2 billion. I hate to break it to you, but they still waiting on that engine. It was chartered. You mean it will be chartered? 2 billion years hasn't passed yet. Pull a whooping and 6 barrels and a flat. This is canon now. Oh God. I mean, that sounds like something that would come out of the reboot. However, when the big boy went over the viaduct, which was at the time made of toothpicks and held together with chewed gum, and the big boy destroyed it. Good. Because, well, it a bloody big boy going over a toothpick and chewed gum bridge. And this explains why George hates railways so much, as the pasta noodles railway nearly killed him. Yes. Nearly 2 billion years after he met Sir Handel, he nearly got killed on the pasta noodles railway, and that's why he hates steam engines. Screw the NWR. I'm joining the pasta and noodle railway fandom. Every year on the date of the accident, it runs again as a warning to others to not build bridges out of toothpicks and gum, plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul. Oh, yes. What if Percy's ghost is just Thomas from the future? He tried to kill himself because he saw the reboot. But ghosts, they don't have to like obey the laws of time or shit. So he's literally plunging into the gap as a warning to others. I keep on picking up the wrong thing. I mean, you can't really have a theory about Sodor Fallout, given that it's a fan creation thing and you can literally do whatever you want with the concept. Whatever. What if Percy's ghost is like Bill and Ben playing a prank? Yeah, I could believe that. But I'm personally starting to really like my he's Thomas from the future theory. What was I gonna write here? Ah, yes. K2 at borrow infinitus. Why, hello, Edward. Honestly, at this point, if they brought back Edward and Henry, they'd just, screw them up. So, I like that Edward and Henry have now joined Boko in the box of, characters that Mattel won't screw up anymore. So. I'm gonna quick. All right, let's rush through these. Okay, next on the list is Toby. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What the heck are they gonna do? What do you mean? What the heck are they gonna do? Are you implying that it won't be horrible, or are you saying that it, at this point, is so horrible that they couldn't possibly screw it up any worse. Okay. All right. Good. Nice to have that clarification. Mhm. But yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna but yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna shut things down soonish. Just cause not a lot really going on. And it's getting late-ish. But we're gonna quick establish some basics here with arrival dates. Um, one. No, I will not be adding the Pasta Noodle Railway into my canon. Its magnificence just can't. It wouldn't work. It would outshine everything else. Rudy, you want to talk on Discord or Twitter sometime? Yeah, sure. I mean, the best way to get to talk to me is filling out an application for a character gallery. To plug my show here, you know, go sign up for that because it good show. It's good show. What did I say? What did I say? I said character gallery, didn't I? Fuck. Oh, yes. The best way to get a hold of me is through Track Plan Banter, not character gallery. Dear God. I don't think we can top it. Yeah, I think we've just reached the peak. Yeah, I am obviously sleep deprived. I mean, and I am, because I was up very late studying last night. So I think now is a good time to call it a night. So, with all that being said, I feel so embarrassed right now. That's horrible. That's just the show that comes to mind when I think of community radio, is Character Gallery. So now you now that we're wrapping things up, you've joined in. Yeah, we're wrapping things up now. Tank Engine Fan 12. Yeah, I'll be here Wednesday. I'm definitely gonna have a stream Wednesday. I don't have a reason not to so far. I will say, I won't have Monday streams if we're having a stream on the channel or on community radio. If Taj is or Roberto are streaming, namely Taj, because I think his show would actually conflict with my hours. Roberto's is usually earlier. But yeah, I'm not going to stream when Roberto's records or Leighton Live are going on. So, but yeah, I'll probably be back again on Wednesday. I'll try and see if someone wants to join me. Yes, I think Taj is taking a bit of a break, but when he comes back, you know, I'm just kind of setting things up for, like, if that ever happens, where, you know, because it will eventually, you know, he'll have a Leighton Live and it'll be a Monday. I mean, Mondays and Fridays are kind of our upload days over at community radio. So it's just going to happen. So I thought of it now. So I figured, you know, when Taj comes back, you know, those are the nights where I'm not going to be having an after class stream. We'll see. We'll have to see, like, what the hours line up to be. Because I don't tune into his streams much, honestly. I have once in a while, but the Leighton Live just isn't my thing. But still, I don't want to, like, steal viewers, even though I don't get much as it is. So brain words. When he comes back, if, you know, he has a stream that evening, you know, if it's not over by the time my stream starts, then I'm not having it. But yeah, that shouldn't really be an issue right now, because he's not having any streams for now. But when he starts back up, whenever that is, you know, that's my thing, is I'm going to try and not interfere with that. And same with Roberto's records. I'm not really sure about like, his is usually earlier on. So I think that should be over by the time I would start my stream. But on the off chance that it isn't, Yeah. But anyway, that's with all that out of the way. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I was about to say, I know it's been a short one, but I mean, almost 2 hours. It's not really that short. Gives me enough time to like decompress without people before going to bed. So yeah, I'll see you guys day after tomorrow, Wednesday. We might start diversifying what we do on here though. Make things a bit more interesting. Find another video game to play, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But yeah. See y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, y'all.